Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Recap and Record podcast. My name's Levi, that's Los, and this is the season finale of FBoy Island Season 3, Recap and Record Season 3. We're done, we're here, we're at the end. Boy, oh boy, Los, how we doing? How we feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, it was a long because we didn't really take a break, you know what I'm saying? So like this was actually only 9 weeks of recording because we combined one, and then however many weeks we did of what's it called?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Love is Blind. So yeah, we might be, I think we're on like 15 weeks of recording.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I think it'd be a solid break.
Couple months. Yeah, we did a couple. We rocked for a couple months straight, man. So I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? And I like what we did. And are you standing up, bro?
Yeah.
My man is in the booth. He's ready. Like he got some shit for y'all today. Like he's not playing with y'all. He all kind of reactions. I think he's ready tonight.
Yeah. I got a new standing desk because I'm 30 and old now, and I just ache everywhere and I can't sit down anymore. So I got a standing desk, and now the whole setup's kind of like on that. So I'm testing it out. It out. So I think I like it so far. So, all right. Yeah, and it does. It gives me, I can move around. I can get those, you know what I mean? I'm not limited to my space. So, yeah, I might get wild.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think I haven't moved the couch futon joint. Like, I'm like, I like this because I could just I could bug out and be like, whatever.
I'm also working on just like another setup too. I think with the couch too, I might try out as well. So we'll see. But man, so jumping into this episode, like we always do, following the format, we just kind of get the girls breaking down those dates that we saw last episode. And honestly, I think the only real key takeaway that I had here was that Jared and Danny were up till 6 a.m. playing Uno, bro. Like just or some card game or whatever. I'm like, man. Talk about, I mean, this dude was just complaining about 20 plus minutes with her, let alone 24 hours. Like, how much of a, burden was a 6 a.m., just talking, playing cards? Like, the sex happening there? I mean, Go ahead.
Well, I think that's the difference between the HBO version of the show and the CW version of the show, because that's one thing. Now that you say it, it kind of slipped my mind. I was like, dang, like it was a little bit more on HBO. This was a little bit more suggestive, and they were a little bit more, and it wasn't raunchy, but it was still more like, all right, like, hey, they probably did this or they probably did that, and I didn't see none of that. Like even with any of the guys, right? Like did you see? I don't remember.
No.
Like they didn't make it. They didn't make it a big deal that they spent the night.
No. It never. They didn't.
It was not suggestive at all.
They didn't come back and brag. They didn't.
Nope.
They didn't. There was not even like a cutaway scene. I don't think anyone just kind of said what they did. They hung out. They got to know each other. And Danny said they played cards, whatever else happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They so very, very mild. Very mild. And so we jump right into our second boys' dates. And so starting right off, Katie and Benedict. And he's kind of just coming to fruition that maybe coming in here as an F-boy wasn't the best move.
Yeah, it was not the best move.
Because that's just all he's hung up on. And so he just spends this entire time just being, I think he said, and I quote, "I'm a nice guy, I promise." Like his whole thing is just recon here. I don't have any other notes for their date.
It was pretty mild. It was pretty. I didn't really get it. You could tell that she has an attraction to him. But I guess she is kind of hung up on that. But it definitely felt like it was just a cool date. I don't think it was nothing out of the ordinary or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think, and it's Yeah, and that's all, and that's essentially all you can do as an F boy at this point. It's just you have to keep on pounding home that message of like, I'm reformed. You make me better. I'm so glad I met
Yes.
you, etc., etc.
Yes.
So, yeah, very very interesting there. Hali and EJ,
Okay.
just calling it right now. Meg said it out loud before they did. Black people don't ride horses. We know that. You know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But Hallie's out here getting them. Have you ever ridden a horse?
I have like
Okay.
in the Caribbean,
Okay.
rode a little
Okay.
rode a little pony, but like
Gotcha.
no, black people are not equestrian. Like we do not, is it like practice equestrian or do equestrian? I don't even know, but like
Yeah,
we're not
we
equestrians. We're not.
normally that's like the fancy rich people word for it. We
Okay,
usually we just
okay.
call it
Horseback
horseback
riding.
riding. Yeah,
Nah, I don't know too many brothers and sisters that are doing too much horseback riding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because even like, think about farms and stuff like that. There's
Right.
not, I mean, maybe certain parts in the South, but like you don't even see that too much,
Right. No.
Even I didn't even know, like, so they came out with another Django. Well, the thing is, the Quentin Tarantino thing, that was just a remake. Like Django, like that character has existed and he always was a white guy. I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Because the new Django is like a white man, whatever.
Yeah.
But they was like, no, that character has been a thing, whatever.
Right.
Tarantino just flipped it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that.
Gotcha.
Because I was gonna say, yeah, other than Django, I don't know any black cowboy or the one with Majors and Idris Elba, that one that movie that came out with, but yeah, no.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah, that was funny. And I just when they were watching this back at home, Twin was just geeking at his brother the whole time, being freaked out on the horse.
Yeah. But it was cool though, because that one thing that stood out was I was like, wow, this is the first like activity that I'm seeing Hali do, what I mean? Haley do,
Yep.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that too. Little bit of physical activity, getting him up that mountain. Again, just another conversation, another talking point, and we get their first kiss, right? This was confirmed. They haven't had a kiss yet, right?
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. It didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they were really kissing.
They were he's a bit aggressive.
He was getting his off. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Well, and one thing I noticed too, though, like and I'm wondering, this just behind the scenes type of stuff. Like I want to know how long have they been there, because I noticed that my man's needed a little bit of a shape up on the beard. Yeah, I mean, he was looking a little scruffy. It wasn't, and I noticed too, he didn't like. And this is a thing, you know what I mean? Like my boy did not connect. His beard don't connect. He had the patches. You know what I mean?
That's not
he had
good.
the love. Yeah, that's not good. So, but I'm like, when you got a freshie, you know what I mean? You can, if you don't connect, it still looks fresh.
Yeah.
But like he just looked at like he had a lot of hair. You know what I mean? I was like, oh dang, how long have they been there? They don't got no barbers on set. They don't got black barbers on set.
That's
like
interesting. I know the girls do. Haley posted this big long like thing for hair and makeup and like thanking everyone on the show on Instagram the other day, and so I'd imagine the guys would have a team as well, or at least access. Like they have a shower and bathroom and getting ready area. So I mean,
but if they only got shears, from sports clips, I mean, I don't know if maybe got the edgers, I mean, T-edgers.
True. Danny and EJ. So we needed this. We needed our boy.
You said Dan. Whoa, time out. You said Danny and EJ?
Who? Not Danny and EJ. Jesus, why did I write down Danny and EJ?
Yeah.
Danny and Christian.
And Christian. Oh yes, this was monumental.
Yeah, so we needed Danny and Christian. We needed Christian to step up. We needed him to pull out all the stops. We needed him to get the cards out, and he did.
Yeah, and literally sparks flew.
Yeah.
Did he set that up? Was that a setup? Like, was that like a part of it? Or like
maybe. I don't know. It might have been a producer thing. Might have been. I'm not sure if he came up with that or not. Yeah. But I mean, so crazy. Danny drops this emotional, ex-fiance miscarriage.
That was. Yeah.
Do you think she said that to Jared at 6 a.m.?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think they connected on. I don't think she felt safe enough
Yeah.
with Jared
Yeah.
to say something like that to
Yeah.
him. But yeah, it makes you wonder what did her and Jared talk about, and we'll get into that too. But like
Right.
because of how the outcome was. But yeah, no, yeah, I doubt that she got that deep and intimate with him, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You don't think
No,
so?
no, no, absolutely not. No, I don't.
Okay.
I think I know. I think she might have mentioned. I think at some point it was mentioned that he talked. They talked about like the other guys at some point and just the show, and it was just a bunch of generic topics. Like I
Yeah,
don't think it
yeah.
was anything too deep or crazy that was out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's we could you and I could sit on a Zoom call till 6 a.m. if we had to, and
Yeah.
plenty to talk about without getting personal. Probably too much. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If you have enough to talk about, I guess.
Yeah. That was the biggest bombshell. That was the biggest drop since Keith, probably. You know what I mean? Like a personal drop, you know what I mean? Probably since what Keith said, you know
Yeah,
what I mean, in
yeah,
his date. But so I was like, okay, like I mean, it definitely gave her more layers
mm-hmm.
for me,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Despite maybe perceptions and opinions, and because there was times in this season where it felt superficial a little bit, you know what I mean, and maybe that's what the producers wanted, you
right,
know what I mean,
right.
it to look superficial, but like yeah, like that was heavy for this show, I thought.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it's you don't. It's always there's always kind of a we don't have to beat around the bush. Danny's very attractive.
Yeah,
There's not much anyone can say about that. So there's usually that stigmatism that comes with being an attractive girl. Like, do they don't really have feelings or whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like so for her to come out in that sense as well is also just probably kind of a relief for not only her but Christian as well.
yeah,
So yeah, good for her. And then of course Christian just said all the right things and boy came through.
yes, 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 stepped up.
And so we cut to the boys real quick before we get to the mega date love seat. And they bring up EJ playing chess moves with his kiss. And so did you think that was maybe done on purpose? Like being patient, not being too aggressive, not going to kiss her on the first date, kind of the twin in the background, kind of helped him get to the finale. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't always a thought during elimination, but never usually in the forefront. So I thought maybe.
Maybe, but I think that you got to put in a little bit more work. Like you don't want to leave it to the like you can leave a lasting impression, like
Yeah,
closing arguments type thing like that. But your closing arguments ain't good unless what you was doing beforehand was good. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, but I don't think the twins in general, I don't think they put in enough work
Hmm.
just throughout they were kind of yeah, he kind of skated by, you know what I
Right.
mean? And if it wasn't for the controversy of, the other stuff, maybe both of them would have been around. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I totally agree. So I don't know if maybe I just missed this title card in the last episode, but we called this next section of the episode the Mega Date Love Seat, where I
yeah.
guess they all just take turns being in this area of the thing. I just thought that was like part of the date, but this is just a section, I guess, in the
Yeah,
area of filming.
it hasn't been part of the show before. Not that I
Okay.
remember. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, they just made it a point to put it on the screen as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
And so these are kind of all three in the same, but Twin just coming at Hali with the smooth talking, gets him an invite to the room. Christian, same thing, smooth talking, gets him an invite
Yep.
to the room. And honestly, I don't know if this was wild or not for him to do, but like Benny Eggs coming straight out saying, "What do I got to do to lock this in?" Like
Yeah,
that's
that was
kind of
yeah.
like that's
That
kind
was
of a
creepy. That was creepy.
that was a Hail Mary. Like,
yeah,
what do you
yeah.
expect? You want her to like just give you all the answers to the test? Like, you're an F
Exactly.
boy, bro, and like now you want to be like you want the answers too.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
interesting. I thought that was a
Yeah.
little insane there.
That was a little bit too forward, and it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of
Mm-hmm.
Vincey. You know what I mean? Like it kind of like
Right.
Vince is a
Right.
Vince move. You know what I mean? And like so, if you doing stuff uncharacteristic like that, you either can stand out or you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot, so to
Yeah.
speak. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think, and then he brings up something about just his parents never
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. So he talks basically saying that's why he doesn't really open up, whatever. Because I
Yeah.
think in the last season, there was something missing, and that's why he lost to Mercedes.
Right.
And then so like I guess he didn't really change. Like I
Yeah.
think some of that stuff was still missing. You know what I mean? Like yeah, the exterior is cool, but like. I don't know. Yeah, the women aren't getting that depth from him. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And we'll see how that plays out for him later on.
Yeah. 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 Very, very interesting. And so he, of course, based on just that one little teeny tiny sappy story, gets invited back to Katie's house.
Yep.
And then we cut to Tommy the cat. Still freaks me out. I'm sorry. He's old. I'm sorry. She responded. Now I'm the asshole. Katie responded to the clip, and I'm the jerk for calling the cat. I don't like.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
she
Well, yeah, that was
commented.
crazy. That was the first
She,
time I was like, but yeah, Benny was not. He was not into that cat though.
no, well, he's allergic. He's like literally
Okay.
dying. He's like literally like he's
Yeah.
like holding back tears because he's allergic to cats, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then we cut to an insane clip. I'm pretty sure Mercedes also put it on his Instagram story of him and Vince having this conversation, and Vince saying essentially, if Katie doesn't pick him to win, it'll be the biggest heartbreak he's ever experienced. And like, hey man, it's been 72 hours. Like how? Wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, hey, but I mean, Mercedes calls him out, you know what I mean? In the same instance, Mercedes just says like, hey bro, that's weird. Not really like, you know what I mean? It's kind of is what it is. And that's it, right?
In terms of the dates.
That's pretty much it. They don't give us any shots of inside for these ones. They kind of rushed through these more than they did the first ones, I felt like.
Yeah, and I think because of like the elimination, whatever. But yeah, this episode felt quick though. Like for a finale, it felt quick. It didn't, sometimes finales you play with time a little bit and you go over. But no, this was like
on point.
I ain't getting nothing extra.
On point. All right. So, who do we want to start with in order of the show? Daniella.
Yeah, let's go. Order the show, man.
Okay. So everyone gets their final words in, right? And so I've just kind of got spark notes here for everyone. Pretty much, Christian sums it up with he wants to make sparks fly. He wants to continue to do that. That's how they started the date. That's how they started the show. That's how they ended it. Jared says something about introducing her to his mom. And then just cuts back to
that's what makes this show cutthroat is after, like when they get to talk to when the guys have to reveal what they were gonna do, especially that's what makes it like so it's like
Yep.
Yeah.
So right before the commercial, Megs and I were convinced that Jared had this in the bag.
Yes.
And then as soon as we come back and Daniella's making her decision and she starts talking about the future and we heard the kid conversation and what we want, it was very blatantly obvious that our man Christian would take home the win.
Yes.
So Christian,
because even if what's his name was not an F boy and things like that, being that he's 24 and she's 33, right. Like he might not be ready yet. You know what I mean? So and she might not want to wait too much longer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was wild.
And so I didn't know. I didn't think we were gonna get like everyone's like revealing answer what they would have done. So as soon as they asked him, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
And so he says, I faked our entire connection.
Oh. Well, I cheered. I shouted when she picked Christian. I was happy. I was like,
yeah. At
yes,
this
let's
point,
go.
whatever. At this point, right, exactly. Yeah, we were excited for Christian to win, of course. But the reactions from him, and you know what? I wrote it down because the more I thought about it in the moment, I was like, that's cheesy, whatever. Everyone says that and it means different shit, whatever. But the more I thought about it today, the more it makes so much sense. He said, don't hate the player, hate the game. And
he kept saying it. He kept saying it.
And so that's where I was kind of cheering for him too, because he was the only one. He was the only one who was there. Now, I mean, yeah, granted, the twins were FBoys and there were other FBoys there, but like who else? CJ reformed, Benny, we'll get to in a second, but like who else really can you think of that played the game that Jared did?
Nobody played the game. Well, there probably were some other guys early on that were trying to play the game like Jared did, whatever that didn't like. But yeah, it was just the way because it sounded nasty. It sounded nasty because because once Danny kind of came at him like, yo, like you really was lying to me till 6 a.m. like and it wasn't, there was no remorse though. So like it was like, yo, this guy is ruthless.
And so so let me ask you, because I asked Megs, and now Megs just said that like chicks are into it, but like how do you think like does this not affect his dating life moving forward? Like everyone seeing him now, you gotta maybe not a lot of people watch the show or whatever, but like,
right,
you know what I mean? So I don't know, but I would imagine that would be pretty damning on like his future.
Because I think we're genuine men. Like I think we are nice guys at heart type. I mean, whatever. So me, that's what I'm thinking about. But so you're saying Megs is saying that girls are into that?
Well, I guess.
To what extent?
Well, because now
you could get some ass. Yeah,
that's exactly what she said. She said that he's not going out for relationships. He's going out for one night stands, and he's always going to get those.
Yeah.
And so I guess I guess that's just me assuming that he wants to actually have a relationship at some point. But then I guess that's his own convincing he's got to do for them. Yeah. Anything else there? I don't think so. Glad Danny dodged that.
Glad
bullet.
she dodged that bullet. What'd you say? You said she was on some Neo stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, thank goodness, man. Thank like justice. It felt like justice. It was like, wow, like this is what's up. You know
Yep. So moving on to Hali.
Yes, and she had the toughest job.
Boys,
she had the toughest job. She had the toughest decision to make. They did not, which I respect the show. They did not give her an out. And that's the thing. I wondered if because how cold Jared was, I wonder if they would have, they would have gave him a twist or whatever.
I know. And that's why I told Max, I paused it right before eliminations. I'm like, here's what happened season 1. Here's what happened season 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's going to go down.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Right,
I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. So she had the crapshoot. You know what I mean? Like, who did she go with? And to me, it was clear who she was going to pick.
Yeah.
To me, it was clear.
Yeah.
And we get the first 2-time winner of FBoy Island, Mercedes Knox. Man,
2-time champion.
2-time champ, man. And I was like, yo, this guy won again. And this run was easier because he didn't even have to be there the whole time. Like he came in a little bit late.
Came in like week 3.
Yeah,
week 3, like, what's up? Let me get all the pre-work files that my brother did. Let me get all that preliminary work. Thank you. Sorry, I had somewhere to be at a few meetings. Now I'm back. Like,
was the front runner the whole time. Like there was not any competition.
Insane.
Like for real.
Insane.
Who was his competition?
His brother, but he got rid of him like the first 5 minutes. Like it's crazy.
It was wild, man.
His late
he was dominant. I didn't know you could be dominant in shows like this. He was dominant, man. He was dominant.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So double champ, FBoy Island first, and he does once again, his MO, as you predicted, he does the right thing and he splits
Yes.
the money down the middle with Hali,
He said, "I'm
50-50
a nice
split.
guy. I'm a
Yep.
simp. I'm a simp."
Yep.
Yeah,
He said,
and
I'm a simp.
I think that's just being funny,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it was good, man. I was like, wow. So like this guy really, I think he just has a problem with the title of nice guy.
Right.
Like I think,
Right.
and like I said, I know his origin story. So like he's been hurt, man. He's a
Yep.
hurt guy, but he's a hurt guy that doesn't want to hurt other people because
Yep.
hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
think that takes a lot of reflection,
Oh, yeah.
self-reflection. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, so I do respect Mercedes for I do.
Yeah. No, I do too. I think he handled it well. I think he's great. I think they fucked afterwards once they got home.
Oh, he tore that down. He tore that down.
And first of all, twin suit on point, swag. Like that suit he had on, need that. Yep. And would have split the money. So would have split the money.
Yeah, would have split the money. Good guy, man.
Would have been a different choice for Hali. Yep. Either way. I'm a
man of my word.
Yep. Man of his word. Good for him.
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
he
could have.
Pat on the back.
Could have taken the Jared route, but no, he didn't. So hats off to him.
Yep.
And so the moment we've all been waiting for, Vince and Benny Eggs battling it out for the heart of Katie, the comedian versus the nice guy. Just the longest speech ever. We have to montage through that.
Oh my god! And that they be trying to play him, and because they made it look like Katie was like annoyed.
Well,
like the way the editing worked. Yeah, I mean, it made it look like she was bored and annoyed.
Dropping but also dropping bombs like your morning breath. Like, what are we talking? Are we getting engaged, or are we just trying to win 50 grand here?
Well, but you can't say that because of what
And so Vince goes on and on and on, and then Ben just keeps it real short and sweet. He says, "I hope you pick me," yada yada, whatever. And love wins, fam. Love wins, and Vince takes it home. And she says, "I love you." She says, "I love you."
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
She says, "I love you." I cried. Did you cry? I cried.
I didn't cry, but I thought it was beautiful because I was like, man, like so she was feeling that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though I think for her it was just like, yo, I mean, just relax. Like I really do like you. I really probably am gonna feel that way about you, but like I can't say this on camera right now. You know what I mean? And so like maybe you shouldn't either. But she picks him and she says that I love you too. And I'm like, oh snap. Like, wow.
Yep. And and then I think when she went up to hug him, she said, "Thank you for being patient," which was
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
happy ending.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there, but like gotta wait for me.
Yeah. And Benedict, listen, he would have split the money. It's fine. And are we the whole breakdown after he leaves? Like we see him fall to the ground because he can't hold back. He's crying because look, man, why did you come in as what did you expect? Like, what did he expect? For the girls to be ugly and him not have a connection, so it'd be easy for him to take all the money? Or what? Like, you know what I mean?
I thought that was fake, though. I thought that was fake.
Okay. Well, then that.
I was like, man, you have not presented an ounce of emotion. This whole time, and it's not like he was shrewd and nasty like Jared was. You know what I mean? But like he still didn't really like he came in there like, yo, I look better than y'all. Yeah, I'm funny. I look better than y'all. Why wouldn't she pick me? And that's kind of like that's kind of the bravado, and he kind of came in with in season 2 too.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So like you're not really giving these women nothing. Yeah, you charming them and you can make them probably giggle and stuff like that, and they attracted to you, but like you're not giving these women what they really want. You know what I mean? And so
yeah, it's it was a very interesting case, that one. So and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. No twist. Everyone got $50,000, a little bit of love here and there, and
and what?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Nope, that's it. It's just I felt. Listen, man. It was good. It was a good season.
It was
But it's
good. It was
just
happy endings. There
happy
was not enough.
endings. It's
Yeah,
just
which is wholesome.
yeah,
I mean, I
sure.
don't think when you watch a show called FBoy Island, I don't think
Right.
you're looking for
It
wholesome though. I think you
no.
are looking for scandal. You are
Right.
looking for messy. You are
Right.
looking for deception. And
Right.
there was that, like Jared was the villain. You know what I
Right.
mean? The biggest villain of the show. Because even those other F boys, they was like, nah, bro, we not going overboard like this guy.
Yeah.
And even like, I like the anticipation because even Mercedes, I was worried. Like, I knew he was gonna win, but like I was worried. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, what if he says like, nah, man, my career is more important. Like I need 50 more of them things. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm going double or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
literally.
he could
But no,
have. He could
he's
have.
but yeah, nah.
Yeah, so I mean, is that, and so I guess we've kind of already touched on it to a certain degree. I mean, it's that just I think at the end of the day, it's just that CWIzed version of what should have been an HBO show. And
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
I don't know if we'll get another season here.
I know, yeah,
If
like
I had to guess, maybe not. I don't know. We'll
yeah,
see.
well, yeah, I mean, definitely want to see what this yeah, because it's not
And let me
it's
see
just
if
it's pretty regular then. It's a pretty regular dating show like when you
right,
don't have
right,
some of that other stuff to it. It's a cool twist and all
yeah,
that, the F-boy, but like yeah, I don't think it's CW is a family channel. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like this show comes on what, like even though it's Fridays, what, 9 o'clock on a Friday,
yeah.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Friday, like
It's yeah. I mean, you got kids watching like the Flash and Green Arrow and like Spider Woman and shit like on there.
yeah,
It's like the superheroes are on there, I think, or whatever. So
yeah,
it's just there's still no news about F Girl Island. It's
I
all
know.
articles from earlier in the year. So I listen. I think my opinion is you shut it down. I think you shut it down. You
Yep.
give Nikki a new show. Keep Nikki. Like if she's
Nikki.
contracted for another season or whatever, give her a new show and maybe I don't know. I don't there's got to be yeah,
Yeah.
there's it's interesting. And so
Are we taking a break from dating shows in general? Or is it
maybe I think would be my probably preference. I think
yeah,
just because
yeah.
we've got two kind of meh back to back
I
seasons of
know. I
like
know.
it
I
just
need scripted television, man. I'm
yeah.
ready. I'm back to
Okay.
making speculations. Because sometimes with this reality
Yeah.
TV stuff, man, like we talk about stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
and people get sensitive. Like these are
Right.
real people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
like so we're speculating, and sometimes I feel like when we watch it by ourselves, we do get a lot of that, whatever. But
Mhm.
like trying to recap it
Yep.
is not the same. Like I don't know, it's not the
Yeah,
same.
we're just
Or did we just get duds? Like did we just happen to get the like that
yeah.
was the worst season of Love Is Blind. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
That was probably the worst
That
season of FBoy Island. Like for
right.
like I mean,
Yeah. 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 We
how do we get unlucky like that twice in a
maybe
row?
we
Like back to
revisit the whole love. I mean, I guess it is just right because there's not much. There's no lore. There's no speculation. It's just kind of we have to go with the flow of whatever
there's no
happens.
backstory. Like
There's
yeah, there's
no,
no
and just when we think there's like a format to it, we get everyone's revealing their status on this episode, and
yeah.
now we don't know
Well,
what's yeah,
even Love Is Blind went way beyond what was normal for us in that
right,
show. And
right,
like so
right,
that kind of makes it interesting, but it
right,
also it makes it tough to like
yeah.
talk about it. You know what I mean? A little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe let's yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think script is the move. Well, and then like you just said, even breaking it down. So I asked you if we wanted to talk about it, and we got to talk about it. But so we reached out, man. I reached out to the entire cast of the FBoy Island series, and we got
Oh.
one response. We
We
got
got one
one.
response. And I was surprised by that response too, man.
We got one response,
Yeah.
and man, was I when I saw the notification, I was like, "Oh, it's happening." I
It's
was so
happening.
excited. I
It's
was so
yeah,
excited
yeah,
because I
yeah.
thought Daniella from FBoy Island
The
season
best looking
3,
one on the show.
I
Yeah, I mean,
thought maybe she wanted to come on the podcast. And I mean,
yeah.
how amazing would that have been just to
That would have been
have just to have that much attractiveness here. I mean, you know. So, but unfortunately,
Oh my God. It's me. It's me. It's me.
unfortunately, Los.
I'm the black sheep.
That's
I am the loser, I guess, of the show.
Los.
So, all right, man. Yeah, I mean, Levi reaches out to Daniella. He asks if she wants to be on and, you know, what's her availability. He wants to talk about the journey, things like that, whatever. So then Levi say, I mean, I'm at work, you know what I mean? He sends me screenshot. He's like, yo, shots fired. And then I'm like, what? So Daniella responds back. Can I read it?
Yeah,
Should I read it?
why not?
All right.
Yeah, why not?
So she says, hi there. I would have said yes, but I'm not really a fan of some things your co-host has said, so I wouldn't be comfortable doing a podcast with him. Let him know that what he's watching is highly edited, and at the end of the day, it's just a TV show. No need to put people down. All love on my end. Take care. So obviously with you, I was just saying like, bruh, like, what is that? Like I never, you know, I mean, like I feel like we praise the women on this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have made some comments. Right. Yeah, I mean, just based off of what we see.
Right. And that's the
based
issue.
Based off what we see,
right.
but and you know what I mean, and we mention editing at least one time an episode. Correct. I have so many clips. The clips that I put out, almost everything is like, oh, they might have edited that out. Yeah. Oh, the way they edited it, right. The way we talk, we know that it's edited. Yes. That's not foreign to us.
Yep. And I think too, man, I guess so at this point, I guess it's just crazy to think that. I guess that just takes us straight back to why we should just go right back to a scripted show. Because when Khaleesi decides to burn down the entire village,
and we call her
her a crazy fucking bitch, she's not gonna slide in the DMs and be like, I'm not doing your podcast, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, are you good? What?
Yeah. Amelia Clark. Not that we could get Amelia Clark, but she wouldn't feel bad about it.
Right, exactly. But even if we could get Amelia Clark, she'd probably come on and agree. Like, yeah, I don't really like she. I know Cersei, she's a bit. Like, you know what I mean? It's just taking that a little too personally, but at the same time, at the same time, like you can't, like everything that we've said. I mean, look, it's all opinionated and it is all in love and et cetera, but that's the whole point. That's why I asked her to come on the show. So she could come on and be like, yeah, you know,
that like, y'all got that wrong. Like, y'all got that wrong.
Right.
Yeah. And we're cool with that.
Right. Like,
we weren't going to be argumentative with her on the show, like, because she's telling us the truth. Like she would be breaking it down. Mm-hmm. So I did reach out because I am a man of integrity.
You responded.
I mean, I responded. I apologized. And I said, hey, Danny, I apologize if you felt down by any comments. We all know it's just a TV show, and we acknowledge the amount of editing that goes into each of your episodes. Mm. So we give you all the benefit of the doubt. Yep. We ask guests to come on to set the record straight and demystify our perceptions of the show. We are actually rooting for you ladies to find men that are suitable, and we criticize the men much more than the women. And I apologize if our clips don't provide the necessary context to convey our messages. Right. We are having fun. We would let you have the floor, and we always treat guests with the utmost respect. And then because I felt bad because she gave us the pump. And to be honest, bro, like it's big, but I feel like it's a pump fake. You know what I mean? Because it's like, don't get my boys' hopes up. You know what I mean? My man reached out. You know what I mean? Don't get my man's hopes up because he, you know what I mean? I got a chance to talk to Mercedes, whatever.
Yeah.
So I felt bad. So I said, I'm hoping you reconsider, or at the very least, I can sit out if you aren't comfortable with my presence.
And you know
have
what?
A blessed day.
And you know what, too? I mean, good for you, and I appreciate it, but I wouldn't have done it anyways. It's
for real?
Well, no, it's not me. It's not for what? So what? So I can then zoom you back in when we're done and be like, yeah, Daniella said this. Like, it's your podcast. Like, what are you talking?
Yeah, but I felt bad because of the opportunity, and I felt like, damn, if I blew an opportunity for my man to talk to her, and because I know you got a little crush on her. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Megs.
Not the end of the world. I mean, it would have been great, and I would have bragged about it for 2 weeks. But other than that,
Well,
wouldn't
then
have
it makes
been.
Well, then it makes me like, damn, do we go too hard? Like, are we disrespectful? Do we gotta tone it? Because then it's like, damn, what do we say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
and
you
I
but
and
you.
I and I, I did narrow down. I think I know what, and I'm not gonna talk about the clip, but I
Yeah.
think I know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
and we've talked about it, and I get, but I think again the comments that we made and everything that we've said during this season and in regards to this show have just been nothing but based on what we've seen and what they've shown us. And so
yeah,
you can't be mad at us for commenting on the fact that like you're goo goo gaga over this man, and every 3 seconds we're getting footage of him saying he's puking in his mouth every time he looks at you. Like that's not our fault.
yeah, it's not our fault.
Like
It's not our
that's why
fault.
you come on
And
here
he
and you
did
say,
really feel that way though. And
right,
to be to
and
be
like
fair,
right, to be fair, it's not like he was just joshing. Like we were actually right. Thank you. You're welcome.
yeah, and maybe for her, it's like, well, I did pick the guy that you thought I didn't
Right.
like. You know
Well,
what I mean? And it's
and so now obviously that we know the outcome of the episode and the whole thing, it makes sense that she got super defensive
yep,
because the comments made were probably made towards her and Jared, and she didn't pick
yep,
him, and so like it's a whole thing.
yep.
And so it is what it is, man. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not losing sleep over her. I mean,
Yeah,
it's fine,
yeah, yeah,
whatever, dude.
yeah,
Whatever. But so we've got one last update.
yeah, yeah.
I sat on Instagram Live for
Okay,
about 20 minutes until they got to the point, or until I saw a comment that led me in the right direction. But
okay,
Vince and Christian are two boy winners. Were on Instagram Live together last night, just chatting about the show, and they pretty much
okay,
just recapped the whole thing. Mercedes was not there. And so the number one question that everyone in the chat was asking was obviously updates on where we're at now, today, and where everything's going. And so they did eventually end up talking about it. I'll probably put a clip of Vince talking and them talking
okay.
about it in post. But essentially, in a nutshell, the girls dropped it first, and both Instagram stories were pretty much the same outcome. So Vince and Katie are kaput no longer, as well
Ah,
as Christian and Daniella. So
ah,
yeah, Katie's Instagram story was pretty much just her responding to like a comment like, "Are you and Vince still together?" And she's like, "Yeah, about that. No, and I'm never gonna look for love on reality TV again." And so that was
no.
pretty much her statement.
Okay.
And then Daniela, she put a statement out saying that just once they got back home and realized what they actually wanted in life, they didn't really see eye to eye on some things, and it didn't work out. And 3 months later, they were kaput too.
Oh
So
man.
no love across the board, just money split, unfortunately.
Money spent. So did Katie give a reason why?
No, Katie didn't. Vince's explanation, I think, is 12 minutes long. So I
God.
got to I blacked out when I was listening to it because I couldn't take it anymore. So, but no, he just ran around the bush, just
Yeah,
whatever Vince
yeah, yeah,
says. He
yeah.
just mumbled on. And it's just, I think, they lived in two different areas, at one point, but but now I think they're both in LA, Katie and Vince, but it wasn't coincidental and had nothing to do with the relationship.
Okay.
So that might have had something, travel and long distance might have had something to do with it, but yeah, I'll put it in post. But it's yeah, just the same pretty much outcome that is where we're at. I mean, I think our only couple of the year still is Milton and Lydia.
Oh
So
my
you know what I mean,
God.
dude? I don't think.
Well, no, that we didn't cover that season of Love is Blind, but like the one there's a from season
Oh,
4, there was a
they're
baby
pregnant.
announced.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. The
yeah,
weird guy. Yes.
yeah.
Oh my God, that dude freaks me
He
out.
brings me out too.
And like she only picked him, and they swapped or something or
No,
whatever. The
no, no.
whole
He dumped her. He picked this girl that was not for
right.
anybody, and
Yes.
then
Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
and he got her back, so that was dope. But
Right. And they're having a baby. So they're still together too, I guess. But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, let's call
Yeah,
it.
I think, there's only one couple for sure, like, and it's that the very first season of Love is Blind that
Okay.
we've seen that they are still together. But yeah, I don't know, man. I like it initially, like living vicariously,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes through these couples, whatever, and
Yeah.
these shows, but like, yeah, it's not generating real results. Not saying that it should, but it's
And
like,
is
well,
that
what's the
just
point?
and
What's
bro?
the
But
point
that's
then?
so I think that then that just comes to a wrap for like most reality dating TV shows. I mean, there's no like I think the success outcome is like 10%. Like you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
hardly any of the bachelors are still together.
yeah.
No one from I mean New York and Flav, they're not together. Like you know what I mean? The fucking
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
it's
Ray
just
J's, the
Ray
yeah.
J's and all the Chance and Real. They're not with any of their shit. It's just you remember that shit? Didn't one of them die? I think one of them
Yeah, yeah,
died.
real died.
He had cancer or something, didn't he?
Yep,
Yeah.
real. Yeah, and then
Damn.
they did a raunchy version, like because they have another brother that's like kind of like them, like he kind of looks like them too. And it was on Zeus, and so that's why I say raunchy because
What?
Zeus lets you do whatever. But I forget what that one was called because that's when I was watching Jocelyn's Cabaret, and but no, Zeus is like
Chance raunchy. I'm googling raunchy
I don't know. It's
Zeus
like
show.
chance. I forget what
I'll have
it's
to
called. It
look.
might have been like called like Last Chance or something.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
Zeus dating show with Chance.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let's see. Zeus.
One Mo Chance dating show.
God, yeah.
One
That's it.
Mo, yeah.
One more chance. One more chance. I thought I said last chance
Ray
or something.
J. Wait. Ray J and Jackie Long prepare Kamal Chance Givens for another stallionaire shot at love.
Stallionaire. The
Yep.
Stallionaires. Like that's a
Oh my
yeah, one more chance. I
gosh.
knew it was like
One
last
Mo
chance.
Chance. And like what? Ray J's like a producer or some shit.
Maybe. I didn't ever I watched
When was this?
they had a non-binary trans person on there.
Dude, this was 2020. This was
Yeah,
like
it was
oh
yeah.
wow. They had a
Well,
so they
yeah,
did he
and
fuck with
like
them at all or no?
no, it was like it was a lot of like
Ugh.
it's yeah, it was like weird. It was a lot of cringy joke. Like
Okay.
it made me uncomfortable. It made me
All
uncomfortable. That's all I'll
right.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that.
No more reality date. No more. It's just not. Yeah, we're done. It's for a while now, at least. Maybe if
Yep.
something
Yeah,
new or
I need Game
big.
of Thrones. I need I watch, obviously my black crime
Yeah, yeah.
shows and yeah.
We'll see. I think when do new shows drop? You should listen.
Well,
What's
I
up?
don't know. See, you're not into this.
What we got? What?
Because I would love to, but season 12 of Curb Your Enthusiasm, are you with it? Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever watched
Oh.
Curb? If you never watched it, I don't want you to, it's a lot. That's, I
You
mean,
know what? It's I've
but
heard so much about it,
hilarious.
but
My
I've
favorite comedy show
never.
of all time. My favorite comedy show of all
It's
time.
right. It's like Larry David. It's
The
yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
It's
best.
Donald
The GOAT.
Glover, right, is in it, I think at one point. No,
May
no.
no, JB Smooth was his main. JB
Oh,
Smooth is
okay.
his
Okay,
main
gotcha.
on the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
No,
of the wrong
but
thing, but
yeah. No, you're thinking
uh
of Atlanta with Donald Glover.
I could have
Or
sworn
community with
Community, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
that's not the
Okay. Okay,
same.
no,
That's not the
no.
same
Curb Your
thing.
Enthusiasm. Okay, so Curb. Let me when's season 12 coming out?
February 4th.
Okay.
I just saw up there. I thought it was like last night because I just seen a headline hit my phone and said season 12 premiere. I said, what? I went to HBO and I was like, oh no. And then
February 4th. All right.
it said February 4th. I said, oh,
Let
okay.
me let me look it up. Let me watch some episodes, and if I'm into it and can catch up, we'll see what we can
But
do.
definitely we
But
already know House of the Dragon. We getting
yeah,
that.
whenever
So
that's cut,
you'll
and
get
that's what summer I think next
yep.
year, right? So and who knows, something else might pop up between now and then.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, for the most part, we're gonna kick it with the love show. I don't even know what else is on as far as like dating reality shows right now.
I'll watch them maybe, but I don't. Yeah, recap. I can't. It's too much.
I think like the Golden Bachelor just ended or something. It's
well, and I think too. Sometimes with a scripted TV show, like obviously we are trying to get it out in a timely fashion, but with scripted though, you have a little bit more like. I don't know. It's a little bit more. You do still have a little bit more time, man. I mean, because people do recaps of stuff way after the fact. You know what I mean? And so so like, you know what I mean? Like that those shows stand the test of time. The content stands the test of time.
Yeah, no one in this time next year is searching for FBoy Island season 2.
You become a footnote when you're on reality TV. But
I know, I get it. I fully that's the plan. All right, man. Well, so everybody got their 50 grand. No one's together today. It was an okay season, yada, yada. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back when we're back. Keep an eye on the socials. Keep an eye on the Twitters, the Instagrams. We're going to keep putting them clips out. Los is going to keep posting over there on Instagram, of course. This has been another season finale of Recap and Record. FBoy Island Season 3 on the CW.
This is our third season right here.
Yep.
Season 3 finale, baby. We're done.
We're done. That's it. Another season in the books. 2 of the most committed podcasters. Let's do it. Check us out. My name's Levi. That's Los. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.